everybody. Welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But first, a word from our new sponsor.
Hey guys, our brand new sponsor, Huel, is going to help you save time and money and help you eat healthy.
Yeah, I use this after my workouts. It's high in protein, and it keeps me full.
I've kept this stuff here in the office for well over a year now. I love it because it means I don't have to order a pizza or DoorDash or any of those other things, and so it's much healthier.
The boys are very healthy. They do a lot of working out. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't work out as much as they do, but I do have barely any time. And this is what's going to help me save time, save money, still manage to eat healthy, guys. Go right now to Huel.com/AngryJoeShow and get 15% off your first order with a shirt and a shaker cup. That's a $40 value. Don't let a busy life like mine or yours prevent you from doing something healthy. Check it out, guys, and I hope you enjoy the video.
I know you are ordering food at lunchtime that you shouldn't be ordering, and instead you could have one of these every now and then. You'll feel better, and you'll save
healthier.
a ton of money.
There you go. Save time. Thank you so much. Click the links down below. Supports us. Supports yourself. In AJS News, the video is coming this week. We've got Dune Awakening, which we were working on with our guild. Not quite an angry review because we haven't played the entire game. Just kind of an update on what it's like to play with a guild, an end game. And then we've got Mind's Eye Angry Review. The boys are going to be streaming this week while I finish working and editing on that. Probably Thursday, maybe Friday. I just want to make it as best as possible, so please be patient on that.
It's a great game.
Joe, you know. It is a game of
This year.
It's one of the games of all
game
time.
of this year. And what else? Ironheart is this week. We'll be doing a review for
man, that came up already.
Ironheart. And then, it's a busy week this week, so be prepared for maybe some delays, because then there's two big movies coming out.
That's right. F1
that we're
and Megan 2.
F1 and Megan 2.0.
Death Stranding and all
Death
that.
Stranding.
Death Stranding
Fuck.
is this week. This is ridiculous. We'll definitely play Death Stranding probably like on Friday, unless I'm editing. The Angry Review takes precedence, but yeah. All right, so a lot coming. And let's do this. Alex, what the heck has been going on in gaming news?
A whole bunch of Switch 2's got stolen in a semi-truck in
who
Colorado.
stole
We don't know.
Vin Diesel, like Fast and Furious, when they
Colorado.
stole DVD players.
DVD players, because that's a
Vin
lot.
Diesel did it in Colorado.
Yeah. So these were on the way to Texas.
How
So-
dare you, Colorado?
So Texans are not going to get to play that one game that is not worth $80.
Well,
Nintendo fans in Texas are declaring war on Nintendo fans in Colorado.
Yeah.
Be prepared to be bombed.
it was an inside job. It had to be.
Yeah.
I believe it.
By who? Nintendo themselves
Maybe.
stole their own consoles.
Jet fuel can't melt
What are you
semi-trucks.
Scalpers.
Like,
Conspiracy theories.
also in Nintendo Switch news, we kind of talked about Nintendo putting in the user agreement and putting in the hardware that they can brick your Switch 2 if you're doing something naughty on
I
it.
didn't
Yeah,
know they
that's
would.
crazy.
And according to reports, they have reportedly banned players using.
But I thought when I buy something, it's mine.
No.
Oh.
Did you not read the user agreement?
Nobody does.
It's not yours.
Oh.
It's theirs, and you're allowed to use it. It's like we own it.
I can't fuck with it.
No.
No, we can keep it at your house.
More
but
and more
it's-
things are this is fucked. Like when you buy them supercars, some supercars you're not
Subscriptions?
allowed to open the engine bay and work on it. Nothing. They won't even let you buy one of those supercars if you try to do that. So now I guess our consoles are becoming these supercars.
No.
Do not touch our console. But this is mine. I bought it. No, we're giving you permission to touch the
Yeah,
console.
it's yours, but in order to be
No.
within the Nintendo ecosystem, you have to follow all of our ridiculous rules, and so you can't. This is something that I absolutely
So
despise.
what did they do? What did the person do to get their system bricked?
There's something called MIG cartridges, and so these are cartridges that have a whole bunch of pirated games and things on them, and you plug them in. And originally, Switch 2 was like, haha, we fixed the problem. You can't use these cartridges on Switch 2. And I don't know if you've ever been on the internet, but the people who are like who break stuff
There's a way.
yeah, and so it's like they're always going to get around all of that stuff, and they did almost immediately. And so people who are using this MIG cartridge. Like I said, reportedly, they're like, yep, it's bricked. They found out immediately, and then now I can't use this
So
thing.
now they have
So
an
that
expensive paperweight.
That would have to be online connectivity to the internet where it's detecting that and it's sending a signal to brick it. So it's online DRM. Okay. Wow. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So they've allegedly started banning users who have run the MIG cartridge on the Switch 2 at some point. So they're figuring it out, and so I hate this, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't.
Fuck Nintendo. I mean, they offer shit, for ridiculous prices, then resell their libraries at ridiculous prices. So it makes sense if you're trying to modify their consoles for emulators or for pirated games, that they're going to come after you and brick your console, your new $450 console.
So now they're fucked. Can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, until they figure out a way to like unbrick it, and then it'll become a war. But all right, Death Stranding does come out this week, but we got more Death Stranding movie news, and this is on top of the existing movie news. There's a new movie on top of the already other movie that is getting made. This is an animated one. And so screenwriter Aaron Guzikowski is penning the film. So he did Raised by Wolves. So
Never seen it.
You were a fan.
Big fan of Raised by Wolves. Yeah. My brain wasn't functioning there for a second. TV show on HBO that got canceled, and it hurt my heart.
Yeah.
And it was fucking really compelling and interesting, and we'll never see the conclusion.
Yeah. But so this guy's going to be in charge, and he's
Ridley
like,
Scott, by the way.
Yeah, but that name doesn't mean anything anymore. Was it
right?
his fault?
No, it does mean something. It's just gonna turn to shit.
Oh, yeah, okay. That means it's a negative thing now. So this is not going to be a remake of the game story. This is something that takes place in the universe, which kind of fits what this guy has written before. So could be something that's interesting. What we shall see. We have no information beyond that, but I figured you'd want to know that he's working on something.
Okay.
Monster Hunter Wilds. We did rapid fire for it. People seemed to like it. Some people were upset because it was not.
I was upset at the cooperative stuff.
Yeah. I mean, people were upset that we didn't give it a 10 out of 10 because Monster Hunter fans are passionate people who will ignore an insane amount of flaws and refuse to live in the reality that everyone else lives in. Apparently until now, because Monster Hunter Wilds is overwhelmingly negative on Steam.
What?
Over 2,000 negative Steam reviews.
Holy shit.
It was mixed already. And this comes to, we were talking about a lot of the things that we talked about. Crashes, stutters, visual glitches that are constantly happening in the game, poor player experience, not a lot of content compared to previous ones where you're like, I've already fought this boss 900 times. I got all of the high-end...
You got to take a screenshot of that, Joe. That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy. Well, and then so this is the same thing that happened
Especially how they treated you and us for,
oh, yeah.
pointing things out.
It's like, hey, this doesn't work. It's like, yeah, it
so
does.
wait,
it's like,
you fucking agreed.
Yeah. It just took him a while.
That's how it always happens. That was my Destiny 1 review to my fucking Destiny 2. Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to get fixed. Dragon's Dogma 2 also had all of these issues, also still mixed. Lots of performance issues, also crazy mega fans that refuse to live in the same world that everyone else does. And it's like, hey, man, you deserve better. You gave these people $70. And they're like, no, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's like, you want to pay to be abused? I mean, look,
some people do.
If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But this is a big deal, and there's nothing on the horizon apparently from, like as far as what Capcom has said is coming for this game to fix some of these things. So this just may be how the game works for a while, but they do address stuff. I'm not saying that they're completely absent.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time, and so maybe this will be the thing that lets a fire under their ass and they start fixing some of their stuff. We got some news this week from BeatSaber, who owned by Meta. So BeatSaber had, one of the most popular VR games.
Yeah.
I think it's like the most popular VR game. Is no longer going to receive updates for PSVR 2 users. They realized that like they want you playing in our ecosystem. It's like we own you. You make games for Meta and the Meta Quest series. And so, look, if you own the game, you're still going to get to play the game because you paid for it. But there will be no new updates.
No nothing.
And I honestly think the next version of the game probably won't be released on any VR gear. But,
so you're telling me you shouldn't get a PSVR 2?
I think we've been telling people not to get a PSVR 2 for...
Or 3 later.
Yeah, for a long time. So, yeah. Look, Meta, Facebook has lost. We've talked about how the billions and billions, like hundreds of billions of dollars on their stupid little metaverse. They need to start pulling some of those pennies back. So I think this is one of the ways they're going to try to do it. All right, and then one of the big stories this week: Bungie has delayed Marathon. Indefinitely.
Indefinite delay.
I think that's already a bad idea because a lot of people weren't really looking forward to it. Now it's just going to be...
You think?
No, Joe, it was a way worse idea for them to release it in the state that they were going to release it. This barely viable,
what are they going to do?
minimal product,
it's
and then try to add to it as they go along. It was going to come out DOA. Dead on arrival.
I think
they need to delay it indefinitely, which is what they did. Indefinitely, not meaning that it's never ever coming out, meaning that they have no fucking idea when they're ready to put it out and do stuff.
They're not gonna do stuff.
They're going. You're right. I think I saw some news stories saying they ain't gonna do stuff.
They're not. Like what?
Do stuff.
What are they going to do?
One, they have to go through the entire game and scrub anything that was inspired by stolen art.
Make it worth $40 or whatever they're going to charge for by adding some single player stuff.
I think
that's what they won't do. That's what we're talking about when we say they won't do anything, which is add to value to the package.
Yeah, I think if anything, this delay guarantees that it's going to be a $60 release because now we have to spend significantly more money.
No,
if they had single player content,
it's not going up. If they already said it was going to be $30,
I wasn't
or
going to get
$40, then it was not later going to be even more. That's no. They were worried that it's not going to do well. You don't delay it and then charge more for it. That's backward thinking.
I hope they do.
You hope they do because you want to talk about it and laugh at it.
I was like, what are you doing? We said not to do it. It's a dumb idea. You did it anyway.
Well, Forbes is saying Paul Tassi, he's into these types of games.
He can't be trusted.
Says, why?
Because he's the most biased, Bungie, crazy person on earth.
He's into these kinds of games, and I'm pretty sure he's going to report what he finds on it. So it's not going to be canceled. It will not pivot, though. So, like you said, Joe, it's not going to pivot. It's not going to do anything.
It's not going to, do anything major.
Yeah, it needs significant changes in direction, and he thinks neither will happen. No, he won't. They won't cancel it, and they won't pivot to a different type of game for it.
We don't have a price on Marathon. They've never announced what it's going to cost.
Really? Okay. I kind of got wrapped up in the stuff there. We assumed it would be $40. I don't know where that came from.
We just assumed because they were thinking maybe they're going to do the same thing as Concord or
Helldivers type thing.
Yeah.
Fit all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they acquired Bungie for $3.6 billion. I didn't think that they would do a free-to-play, completely free-to-play. If you do Marathon completely free-to-play, that could be the step that you take that people be like, all right, I'll try it.
But going to.
Yeah, $70. Well, if it goes free to play, you're talking about $40 to $60 skin packs, color swatches.
So Paul doesn't think that they'll cancel it. He says, "I'll eat my words if they end up canceling it," but also doesn't think it's going to go in a new direction. So the larger structure of the game, it's set in stone in this point. Like ideas like adding PvE to the game, like a campaign or a separate mode. He doesn't think it's going to happen by launch. Bungie says it will work on enemy AI and how those encounters play out on the map and increase lore to elevate the story. That's what they're on record as saying for about a bit.
So
Still
just-
images with voiceovers?
Yes. No, not
But this-
even.
Oh,
Someone's just gonna write some
Shit
bullshit.
that they were gonna do anyway,
they should have
right?
done anyway, yeah.
Or the all right, yeah, this is gonna be bad.
But the still image will move slightly, and so you think it's technically a moving image,
Wow.
Joe. Yeah, I don't know. The problem,
Another request: just switch to customizable characters as opposed to set classes of heroes. That's somewhat antithetical to the game, to the extraction genre. Bungie thinks that it will make the game stand out, but players will view it as a negative right now. So I don't know. Says 6 heroes in the bag for launch. That was pathetic. That's like, I don't know. 6 heroes and 3 maps at launch was going to be bad. So maybe they'll add heroes and add maps. Maybe put an actual marathon in marathon, and we'll see. And then make it free to play, and then we'll see how it does.
They can launch it whenever a nice game comes out. I'm like, ugh.
what? Yeah, like when are they gonna?
What? No.
Like what window does it come out? Like you have to put it out February, March before GTA.
Right. If you're
And-
putting it out in the same year of GTA, you're already going. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what like this fall was a good release window,
It was.
especially, and so it's like you messed that up. Now where you put
They weren't ready for it, and yeah. Yep. Okay.
Sucks to suck.
Look, we joke, and I don't want to see. I don't want to see any game fail. I just don't think it looks good. I don't
I
want
want to see this game fail. And
Send
the
them a
reason
message.
for that
No live service
is,
no more.
God damn it, Joe!
Oh, my bad.
All right, and then second reason is don't fucking take a license with lore and story like Marathon, and then use that as like little fish food, little flakes, and on top of your live service. And you take a legendary studio like Bungie, who's known for some of the best fucking single player campaigns and story ever. And then just throw all that out of the window and focus on shit that, is trend chasing. So, yeah,
It
I
worked-
kind of want Marathon to fail.
It worked.
Sorry.
It worked really well with Anthem, though. You take a single-player studio that makes really good campaigns, and then you make them do a live service shooter that no one wants.
The flying around was pretty cool.
Oh,
for the 37 seconds.
You're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm
Oh,
done.
hey,
I'm done.
yeah, and then you fired upon that one enemy for 15 minutes. It's like, why is everything here so spongy? It's like, oh, because we made no content.
Cool.
All right. You wanted to tell me about blood massage.
Blood massage,
Ooh,
blood
sounds
message.
kinky. Oh.
So
Less
NetEase
exciting.
is making its first AAA single player. Over under on jamming microtransactions into the single player.
Wait, which company?
NetEase.
NetEase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So highly likely.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like 95%.
It makes sense to put the microtransactions in their multiplayer stuff. I'm gonna laugh when, well, Ubisoft already does it, right? With the fucking
Nobody wants to be compared to Ubisoft, though.
with the fucking time savers. Are
Yeah,
you an
look-
idiot?
Tie you to a chair and fart on you.
Yeah. So NetEase's
Allegedly.
first AAA single-player game is Blood Message, and honestly, it looks really good in the trailer.
Survival?
It reminds me, it's not a survival. It looks like a very story-focused, historical journey, single-player action adventure.
Is it hard?
No, it's God damn it. Thankfully, it's not like a Black Myth. It's not a Dark Souls like.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn,
Is it
there's already
hard?
so many
Games
of those.
should be hard, Joe. I don't.
But
what
like
do you
those,
mean?
but you saw whenever we were watching the Game Fest, there's like Souls-like game, another one. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
man,
no,
oh,
I got
man.
you. I got you. No, this isn't a Souls like. It's more. Let's see. It says stealth survival mechanics, brutal survival combat. Oh, so I don't know. Alex mentioned survival. I didn't know that they were gonna do some of that survival
Still
stuff.
gotta finish Lies of
The
P.
game invites players. It's got an amazing trailer, like Black Myth Wukong had, and people are like, the Black Myth Wukong can't actually look this good or be this good, and they cooked, and Chinese developers cooked. And
Should have
we
been
liked
game
it.
of the year.
And I wanted multiple. I wanted the floodgates to open and to get more Chinese mythology and lore games and stuff like that from passionate developers over there, and it looks like this would be the next one. Game invites players to step in the shoes of unsung heroes, not emperors or generals, but ordinary people driven by extraordinary resolve. As part of a righteous upraising in Shanzhou, Duhong, the father and son must navigate a collapsing world torn between country and love for family. How can countless ordinary people smaller than dust leave a mark on history? Blood Message Development Team offers the answer. The remembrance and praise of future generations become an eternal monument. All right. So check out the trailer for that one. It looks like they're including a lot of historical material in the trailer, basically including a little bit of Chinese history, customs, culture of that particular era that the game is set in. And yeah, so interesting stuff there. Could be the next Black Myth Wukong.
Hopefully no microtransactions.
And hopefully no microtransactions. Just recently, Dune Awakening, not only did they have an AMA around June 19th, which promises change coming to PvP. They want, to make some improvements there. As we've been finally just now starting to get into some of that end game, we're seeing some issues there. But just 36 minutes ago, the message from the creative director on PvE and PvP in the deep desert stuff, they're changing lots of stuff to help improve it. Like scout ornithopters are no longer going to dominate the meta, which is what we were running into.
They were real good.
Yeah, so you build these huge assault ornithopters with rockets and shit, and they're pointless. The scouts can kick their ass when you put rockets on the scouts. But now, so they're gonna make several changes to and that they're just very reactive and adding new activities, adding new content to give it some structure. It's always good. And free content coming forward. So that's good. That's all I got for this particular one.
Lots more.
So we'll talk lots more in the second video. So we'll talk about including some EA and college football stuff and things like that. So stay tuned.
That's gonna be great.
Thank you so much to our new sponsors for partnering up with us here. Huel. Click the links down below. Grab some for you and
It's a healthy snack.
healthy snack for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.